Hi, Alex. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
How late is it? It's pretty late.
It's like 11:45 on a Tuesday night.
On Tuesday night. That's a good time to see a movie.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's the only time to see a movie, really.
What are we seeing?
We are seeing Night and Day.
I think this movie already has a problem because the title is a pun.
Yeah.
And that's like already intellectually bankrupt,
Yeah.
really kind of. Unless there's some like storyline, like he's Professor Night and his enemy is like Mr. Day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what this is.
I really don't. I hope they explain it somehow.
I kind of hope they don't. I kind of hope there's literally no rhyme or reason to the title whatsoever. But yeah, so this movie's coming out on a Wednesday for no explicable reason other than apparently because it can.
Yeah.
So we're here on Tuesday night to see Night and Day. You and I rarely, for once, are going to go see the same movie, which I think is going to be cool.
You're reviewing it.
Oh, so what were you saying?
You're reviewing it, so I'm just here like.
You're just here to have fun.
I'm just here to drink.
You're here to enjoy the camaraderie and the chemistry between Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise.
I'm kind of looking forward to the movie. I don't think it's going to be bad or anything.
I don't. No, you're right. I don't think it's going to be bad. I have
maybe looking forward is generous.
I have slightly low expectations for it, but I don't think it's going to be god awful or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like it's one of the, like the thing I keep reading about it is that like it's tracking lower with audiences like ahead of time. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's tracking lower than even Killers did, and Killers was not tracking well for a long time.
Killers was pretty bad.
Yeah, Killers is a bad movie, and I'm kind of hoping this is maybe slightly better than Killers.
Yeah, well, we have to hope for the best, I suppose.
Yes. What do you think? How do you feel about this movie?
I don't mind Tom Cruise. I hope it's an okay movie. I don't know. I don't mind anybody involved. I don't even know who the director is, but
I don't either. It's James Mangold who made like 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh, that's not bad.
And which terrible ending, but pretty good movie after that point. Half good, one might say.
I'm just kind of here to watch the movie, I guess. I don't know. I have no expectations one way or the other. I think
Fair
it's
enough.
probably going to be middle of the road. Probably a solid 3 stars, but I guess we'll find out in about 10 minutes.
Yes, we will. All right. Well, then we'll see you in a bit.
Get the. Hey, Alex, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
You're pitch black. How are you?
Here, I didn't do that.
Well, whatever's best for you to see driving wise.
That's fine. I can see fine.
How was Night and Day?
So I have to say, honestly, Night and Day was one of the most baffling movies I've seen in a long time.
For a big ass Hollywood production, like 150 miles, that was bold. I will give it.
Yeah, well, perplexing would be more the terminology I would use for it, because it's just. Well, for one thing, I don't understand how that script got made. So just you'll get more details in the text review that I will at some point try and barf out tomorrow, like out of the fucking sheer confusion that is rolling around in my brain right now. But
that was a bizarre movie.
It's a spy movie, but it's sort of like a spy, not spoof, but like it's.
It was
So the whole movie is like told mostly through Cameron Diaz's perspective.
Yeah.
This like fucking weird woman who happens into this sort of bizarre interaction with fucking this spy guy played by Tom Cruise. But like
it was kind of comedy born.
Yeah, it was like the Bourne comedy.
And that things happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in that movie, but they all seem very tangentially connected. And look, it's a big, dumb Hollywood action movie. Fine. I'm not asking for, like, realism or grittiness. Like, okay, I get it. It's big, it's silly, it's fun, it's colorful. But the plot of this movie is senseless. It all revolves around this fucking battery and this, like, weird scientist kid played by Paul Dano.
Who I like
too, but he's, like, bizarre in this movie.
But logically things just kind of now we're here and now we're here.
Yeah, it's a series of scenes that happen, and I can't. But like, there's no rhyme or reason to any of it.
And it's weird because like I don't know whether to appreciate it for the fact that the trailer was mostly the first half of the film.
Yeah.
Or the fact that the first half of the film felt like I've seen the trailer you've seen the bulk of the beats from this movie. Like,
yeah, except for the Mags line, because that was not actually in the movie.
They did take that out.
So a couple of things that I just want to throw out there. In a very weird way, the movie kind of reminded me of Twilight. And the way I mean that is that Cameron Diaz's character is very much like Bella, in the sense that she is sort of this blank slate character that has no real personality or traits to speak of. And the only reason her story exists, and the only reason that like anything is happening to her, is like some vague, bizarre, like spy fantasy wish fulfillment.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking when the movie kind of rolled up. Like,
yeah,
it's very much about.
It's about this sort of boring fucking woman meeting this incredible spy. They have adventures, and like suddenly she becomes awesome, I guess. And it's just, it's, oh God. And also Cameron Diaz, God love her.
Really bad.
Really terrible in this, like fucking awful. And there's this, I don't know why this happened, but there's like this 15-minute span, like an hour into the movie, where she just decides to start having a Boston accent. And then it goes away. But it's not just for one scene. It's for like 3 or 4 scenes in a row. She talks with like this sort of, not heavy, but sort of this sort of, I just remembered that I'm supposed to be from Boston accent. And then it just goes away. And it's not there for the first hour of the movie. And I don't know, like, it's not like Bad Lieutenant where fucking Nick Cage decided to change his accent halfway through the movie and like Werner Herzog probably thought that was hilarious. It's just confusing.
You sound exasperated by this movie. I don't know if we're exasperated, just kind of confused.
I'm just baffled. I'm legitimately just baffled. Like, I don't understand how that movie happened.
We're baffled and maybe afraid.
It's not even like the worst movie I've seen this year by any stretch. Like, there's some well-produced action scenes, and
the CGI was a bit intrusive.
The CGI was very intrusive.
The CGI bulls in the bull. I'm not spoiling anything because that's in the trailer.
There's a scene in there's all these bulls running around. And a lot of the driving stuff you can tell is very heavy CG.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really good CG stunt sequences, like basically on the Mass Pike in Boston.
Yeah.
That's all that stuff was done really well.
But that's kind of the difference in this and the Bourne movies. I mean, the Bourne movies are all well known for being like, there's a couple CGI crashes here and there, but for the most part, they are people in cars like hitting each other.
Right, and this is not that. And you know, I don't know, which is weird because, and also James Mangold, the director, is not a guy who does like a lot of really super fancy stuff, as I recall. I mean, the only movie I know for sure he's directed is 3:10 to Yuma, and that was a pretty, like that was pretty naturalistic movie as far as like that kind of thing goes. But yeah, I don't know, like it's just,
I didn't hate it. I
did not like it at all.
I was kind of bored.
There was a lot of really weird, boring sections in that movie. Like the whole sequence of them on the train is fucking just like total dead weight. The one running gag the movie has is this thing where he keeps drugging her.
Yeah.
And then there's all these like weird scenes where and there's like these transitional moments where she's like waking up and suddenly they're on a plane and it's crashing and then she's waking up and then she's on a beach. And how the fuck did that happen?
Like he's lugging her around.
Yeah, he's lugging her. But that's the thing, is that like it's okay. So you're sort of sending up spy movies. You're totally just like abandoning logic, and that's fine. Whatever, that's great. But just at some point that joke got really old. And then they sort of did the reverse, which is what they always do in these kind of movies. Like, oh, and then she turns the tables on him.
Literally the reverse. Like the exact same thing happens.
The literal reverse. And it's
words and everything. It's amazing.
And it's just, it's so hackneyed and it's so lame. No, I really didn't like it. I mean, it's, again, not by far the worst movie I've seen all year, but it is a mess. It is a baffling mess of a movie.
I think what I said when I walked out, I think I said that it was not good, but it was not good in an interesting way.
It is interesting. It is it is an interesting case study.
Yeah. And I can't even call it a failure because I think it achieves what it sells out to achieve, but it doesn't do it well.
That's the thing. That is the part that is the most baffling to me. I don't know what that movie was trying to achieve. I literally don't understand the point of any of what just happened.
It was interesting.
It's just perplexing. And Tom Cruise, you know what? Okay, we give him a lot of shit. He plays Tom Cruise in this movie. I mean, he does his thing. He's just so mannered and so, like, you know, just doing his thing. Like, there's no surprises from him whatsoever.
We're probably gonna have to put a spoiler warning on this anyway, so I'm gonna ask, what the fuck was the deal with his phone and the people?
He apparently has the world's most fucking technologically advanced iPhone,
and he uses it to keep tabs on
his parents.
Yeah. All this will be explained. I'm going to put a spoiler warning on this now.
By all means, but it's look. Here's the thing.
Welcome to the Richmond, by the way. This is what we get for living out here. We get over the hill, and then all of a sudden it's Blade
awesome.
Runner.
Yeah, totally. So you know, I'll just say that Night and Day is not really a movie you should rush out and go see. You will get a more in-depth, better, more coherent review from me at some point today. I guess when this video goes up, it'll be today. But it's not good at all.
Wait for the DVD, probably. I think this is
I don't even think you should. I maybe watch it on HBO some night when you're like half drunk and passed out in bed.
I think the director's commentary on this will be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I would like to know what the fuck James Mangold was thinking for most of this movie.
I'm always curious about the production stories behind these movies, because you know there must have been like 18 screenwriters and screen touch-uppers, and it wound up being like, hey, cool action scene, let's try to throw it in this other script.
I kind of get now why it came out on a Wednesday, why they kind of pushed it up just to kind of get it out there.
Yeah.
So that, and I mean, it's also out the same week as like Nothing. Like Grown Ups is the only other movie that's coming out this weekend.
Yeah, true.
I imagine Night and Day will beat that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to beat second weekend of Toy Story 3, but
no, I don't even think it's going to be Karate Kid, frankly.
I don't know. I think Cruise is still good for 20-25 million.
I don't know. It's apparently not tracking very well.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will. And so you're going to see Grown Ups this weekend, aren't you?
I'm going to see Grown Ups this weekend, but that is a subject for
another video, perhaps. Another night.
We're getting close to my apartment, and I probably don't want to show people where I live.
That's fair.
Not that I don't love all of you.
Yes. So we will sign off now and look for the review later today.
All right, dudes. Have a good night. Or day, as it may be. Night or day.
The title makes no sense. They never explain it. What the fuck?
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.